I'm Nige.
And I'm Anders. Welcome to an all too infrequent cheeky extra. Cheeky extra with a slight difference, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Nige, we've just drunk some tea, haven't we? We just thought
We have.
one more.
Yeah, and we're going freestyle.
Yeah,
Or as you penned it, jazz tea.
jazz tea, indeed. Yes,
I do like that phrase.
So, what tea have you gone for?
I've gone for a bird and blend one, which I found in a jar in the cupboard from my daughter and her fiance when they were staying here last year. Gingerbread chai.
Chai. Okay.
It's a rooibos tea. It's got
Ooh,
ginger, cardamom, cinnamon, and mallow flower, and some flavouring.
Have you had it before?
No, I haven't. But
Oh,
it smells quite wonderful.
does it really? Excellent.
Yes.
I can't remember if I've done this one in this form before or not on the cheeky extra.
Well, just spit it out, man.
Combination of superior Earl Grey from It's Tea.
Right.
Okay. Big heaped teaspoonful of loose leaf tea in there. And then just a tiny weeny bit of Lapsang Souchong.
Oh, you're playing with me.
It's Tea is my little local tea shop.
Yeah.
I was told.
Yeah, I know. So you've gone for you've blended your own tea, Anders.
Well, I got told it's the thing to do, and I've tried it once or twice, and I don't know if I've done it on here or not.
No, you haven't. And I'm fascinated to find out.
Well, the Lapsang Souchong is such a strong tea that I think I've in the past probably put too much in.
Pinched a little bit too much.
Yes. So I smelt it. And it does still smell of Earl Grey.
You've probably got your blend right then.
I'm hoping. Shall I go in?
Yeah. Well,
it's I don't know. Let me compose my mind.
Okay.
You try yours. What's going on with you?
Yeah. Mixed.
This is right. Okay, that's a shame. Sorry, I was
I'll
yours.
I'll qualify all that in a minute, but I'm more intrigued about your journey.
Yeah, it's starting to work. I think it's probably just a bit too hot to start with.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm basically just getting a slight smokiness at the beginning from the Lapsang.
Yeah.
But as it develops, the Earl Grey is coming through at the end.
Oh,
it's a lovely combo. I think I've finally got it working.
That sounds so sexy.
It is very sexy.
Anyway, what? Okay, flavored teas. The smell, the aroma was filling the room, and your initial disappointment that aroma doesn't fully punch through with the flavor, the taste.
Right, okay.
But the taste is still very good. But it's just you're expecting a 10 and it comes out a 2 or 3. That 2 or 3 is probably the maximum you're going to get from these sorts of things.
Yeah.
But it's the ginger comes through, but it's the cardamom, which I think really does make this, which I'm not getting much of the cinnamon, but the cardamom Oh, it's good.
That sounds lovely.
So I think it's my expectations with the aroma was up there and it came in down here. And initially, disappointment, but actually it's still pretty good.
Okay. The problem for me there is that I've never tried chai, so I don't know what that's like, to be honest. It sounds interesting, I don't know, but the one word that's throwing me off completely.
Rooibos.
Rooibos, yeah.
Yeah. I have a rooibos tea, which I shall share with you at some point.
Okay.
And I know you will like that.
Do you?
Well, I've got two, actually. Well, I haven't got them. I know which, I'll sort it out sometime.
Right. Anyway, on to other things. We were talking the other day, weren't we?
Yeah, we were talking, well, you brought it up, Desert Island Discs. Now, I've never, ever listened to that program.
Oh, yeah.
No. But you do quite a bit because you're sophisticated.
Well, I did. Honestly, I find it very difficult to listen to Radio 4 these days.
Fair enough.
There's too much funniness in the world.
Yeah, you can just generally say that about the BBC, but that's my opinion.
Well, it is. Yeah.
I haven't watched it for years.
But we were talking about Desert Island Discs, and we thought, can you? Because the premise is that you spend the rest of your life on a desert island with nothing but 8 songs that you love.
Yes.
For the rest of your life.
Now, when we were chatting about this the other day, I got terrified straight away. I think, I can't do. Yeah, because what if I get one wrong? And of course, Anders pointed out, it's not real. You can change your mind any time. I thought, I can make a list now.
Yeah.
But we're not doing my list tonight. We're doing yours, Anders.
We are.
That was like, this is your life.
It is.
So, 8 tracks, Anders.
I was, yeah, 8 tracks. I'll run through them quickly. There are some.
No, don't run through quickly. We'll take one at a time.
Okay, right. There are some that will always be there.
Yeah.
There are some that could drop in, drop out. And actually, I had 7 until about 2 seconds ago, and I had a couple circling around for the number 8.
And you've now decided on your
number 8. One's just popped in, unexpectedly popped in.
Oh.
But right, so okay, first one that would be on the list: Script for a Jester's Tear by Marillion, 1983. Seriously, can't listen to it now.
Which I find most bizarre.
It is bizarre.
How you pick a song that you don't like listening to?
No, because it's
so you've decided straight away. I'm only taking 7 to the island with me.
There will be a time when I've probably got through this. I've listened to those 7 songs and I go, oh crikey, I'm gonna have to try this one. And it probably won't be as bad as I can think. But Script for Jester's Tear just changed everything for me musically. Lyrically, it was so different to anything else I'd heard. Really poetic, really thoughtful lyrics, and it just swept me away. It really did. I can't listen to it now because the lyrics are very sixth form poetry.
Yeah.
And that is
you were in the 6th form when you started listening to it.
I was below. I was 13. I thought it was
right. Well,
really
there you go.
Clever. So yeah. So it dragged me along for a bit, and they did progress and get better.
We have actually discussed Script for Jester's Tear in the past, and you aversion to it now. And I likened it to a gateway drug.
It was a gateway drug into prog.
Because it led into your prog journey, and it was the it was the bit that got you into it.
Yeah.
And actually it wasn't strong enough for you in the end, and you had to go for
I had to go for hardcore stuff. Van de Graaff Generator. This gets a big hit from there, yeah. So that's number 1.
But it's that's there for sentimental reasons.
Yeah. It just introduced a whole new
pivotal moment in your musical
journey.
Number
2,
Yeah.
Just because of the memory of it. Still Too Young to Remember, which is a song by It Bites. It Bites were around in the mid to late 80s.
Yeah.
Their biggest single was Calling All the Heroes.
Yeah.
But they were much more clever. They were a bit proggy, It Bites.
Really?
They were, yeah.
That's because you're taking the gateway drug.
Taking a gateway drug, and I wanted to get anything in the way of prog that I could get. Still Too Young to Remember is a beautiful song, and I saw them at where did I see them? At Hammersmith Odeon, as it was then. And as we walked out into Hammersmith after the gig had finished, there were a couple of thousand people just singing the chorus to that song as we walked out.
Wow, that must be amazing.
Magical moment, really was.
Wow.
And great band. It's a great tune. It's not a proggy one at all. Number 3.
Yep.
Lydia the Tattooed Lady.
Who's that by?
That's the Marx Brothers.
I didn't see that one coming.
No. There's a line in, oh geez, there's just a whole load of more songs coming up to me now. There is a song by Ian Dury called Reasons to Be Cheerful.
Yes, yeah.
And it has a list of things. Some Buddy Holly, The Working, Folly Good, Golly Miss Molly, and Boats. One of them is, there's another line which is Harpo Grasso Chico, as in the Marx Brothers.
Right, okay.
Honestly, for those moments when you're feeling blue, I don't think there's anything that can beat the Marx Brothers. I just genuinely think they are the most extraordinary thing. And Lydia the Tattooed Lady is just, it's a representative of them and the absolute madness.
I've never heard it. I'll have to look it up.
You won't have heard it. Go on YouTube it. The snap, the bit of the film that it's from, which I forget which one is it. Is it Monkey Business? Don't know. Can't remember.
Well, we'll put a link below this vid.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. But it's just beautiful. It's just so funny, so weird. Yeah. And it's just everything that the Marx Brothers are, and I adore them.
Marvelous. All right, number 4.
Number 4. This came left field. Divine Comedy.
Okay.
It's the Through a Long and Sleepless Night. I won't go into it. It's just funny. It's funny. It's heartfelt, poignant. I love the Divine Comedy.
As I do. I
think Neil Hannon is just an absolute genius.
He is, and I love the comedy within the lyrics, the delivery. He did some stuff with Duke Special. Absolutely fantastic.
Go listen to Through a Long and Sleepless Night.
Yeah.
It's funny, heartfelt, and actually quite sad as well. Very poignant. I love it. I think it's brilliant. Really do. Cheating Slightly for number 5 here.
Right.
Okay. I've taken Brain Damage, Stroke Eclipse by Pink Floyd. They flow into each other.
Okay. I'll let you have that.
Thank you. It's the last 2 tracks from...
For Brain Damage, I'm just writing it down just for...
Sorry, Brain Damage.
Eclipse.
They're the last... It's the end of Dark Side of the Moon. And while I don't consider Dark Side of the Moon to be the best, I think it's... And, they've set a high level with whatever they've done, really. But I think that the close of that album, I think, is dang near perfect. It moves me. It moves me.
Yeah, because you're into the prog stuff, so the longer and the more dragged out the song, the better, really. A general rule.
They're two. Well, no, these are two. There are plenty that I can give you that are like that, but they're two quite short pieces.
Okay.
And probably add up to about 5-6 minutes between the two of them.
All right. Yeah, I'm
So
sure we can let you have that one.
yeah, they run into each other. Okay.
Yeah.
God, I'm having so much trouble here. Number 8 is there's a big.
Hang on. Yeah. Number 6.
I
think we're up to 6.
We are. Yeah. Here's a curveball. I'm going to have to read it. Vidra vel till lofterrassa. Yeah. That's Sigur Rós.
All right, yeah.
Who are an Icelandic
prog rock band.
Yeah.
Because you've sent me some links to their stuff in the past, and I've listened to it.
Yeah.
And one of their albums had one track on one side, did it not?
Don't remember, to be honest. No, well, there are some quite long tracks. I will give you that.
25-minute long. Yes. Yeah. Musically, almost perfection.
Absolutely beautiful. Lyrically, you can't understand it, but that doesn't matter because it's just the sound.
Yeah.
They sing in half Icelandic, half made-up language. So it's not meant to mean anything. It's just, the sound, and it's just beautiful.
Right.
Well, that comes under post-rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that didn't surprise me being on your list at all. It wasn't really a curveball. It was just what I expected from Anders.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
The curveball was the Marx Brothers one. I didn't see that one coming.
Okay.
Number 7 then.
Number 7 is a song called Jupiter and Teardrop.
Right.
That I'm never quite sure what genre of music they come into. The song is Jupiter and Teardrop, and the band is Grantley Buffalo.
Grant. Never heard of them.
Kind of Americana, kind of I don't like to put it in the country rock because it's not country rock. It's there's a little bit of like a heavier Neil Young vibe, perhaps.
Right.
It's difficult to describe Grantley Buffalo if you're an idiot like me. Don't know. But I just love them. Their songs about they're just grassroots people in the States. And
so what that song in particular, why has it got onto your list?
It's one of those bands that popped into my and they were my own. Sometimes
yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could have picked a whole load of stuff from Grantley Buffalo because I hold them so dear to my heart.
I remember being at school and Led Zeppelin. Oh, you want to go and see Glenn? He's the Led Zeppelin person. Yeah. Motorhead, you want to go and see Black Sabbath? Oh, that's Nigel. He's into Black. Yes. Everyone had their own band, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And Grantley Buffalo were just a band that turned up in the mid-90s.
Right.
And just a 3-piece. And yeah, just a little bit of a faster grunge is too harsh a word, but in the same sort of vein as some Neil Young stuff.
I lost a chunk of music in my life.
Yeah.
And it started in the 90s. Not long, just sort of leaving college time.
Right.
I was married and children were on the way. And basically the only music I was subjected to was what was on the radio. which I shocking. I
Yeah.
remember meeting up with you late 1990s with a mutual friend, and you played some Tinder Sticks one evening.
Oh, good God, yeah.
And I thought, I've missed this because they've been going since the early 90s. And I thought, because I just hadn't been plugged into the sort of stuff we used to listen to. And I was just like, oh, I've missed loads.
Yeah,
and I've never caught up.
It's really tricky. It's really tricky. But Jupiter and Teardrop is a nice story about a girl, some girl, Jupiter, who's going out with a guy who's gone bad. And it's just, yeah, it just sums up Grantley Buffalo perfectly.
Okay, and song number 8.
Song number 8 is gonna be it is gonna be Supper's Ready, Genesis.
Yeah.
Which could be seen as being a little bit of a cop out. That's a good 23 minutes long.
Yeah, and I suppose if you're going to be on a desert island, you want your music, you want
your money's
bang for your buck.
That's probably got about 3 or 4 different songs all banged together in one.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's my choice, Genesis, purely because that's kind of it kind of sums up prog for me.
I suppose,
and a particularly English version of prog.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, were they forerunners of prog, or was that something like Yes, or who
no,
was this?
The forerunners of prog were people. Oh, there was a whole bunch from Hatfield in the North, and there were others. I can't think of what they were offhand. I think there were a whole slew of Cambridge bands.
Right.
Caravan might have been one of them. But yeah, but then we started getting people early on coming through. And I thought Genesis were the vanguard, along with Yes.
Yeah.
And ELP, who I can't abide. ELP are just.
Well, that's the American version of it.
They were English, very English.
Were they?
Yeah.
All right. I always thought they were American.
No.
I've never been into prog.
Greg Lake had a place out near Witchhampton.
Well, I never.
Yeah.
God, just sounded rubbish.
It's awful. But Greg Lake did do, I think, probably one of the finest Christmas songs.
I'd agree with you there. That is fantastic.
Perler. Yeah.
Anyway, how's your tea cocktail?
It's gone down. It's gone a bit cold now, so I'm not going to drink too much more of it.
All right.
But it's worked.
Yeah, my ginger tea was just fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it.
Beautiful.
Anyway, so that's your 8 songs for your desert island.
Yep, absolutely. We'll do yours next time.
Yeah, next cheeky extra. Right.
Yeah.
I've gone through my list. Yeah. It'll be on the night. I'll finish it.
It'll be all right on the night.
Yeah, I'd say that there's probably 5 or 6 nailed on definite, and yeah, you've got 2 or 3 which are a bit umming and ahhing about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I say, you're not beholden to it.
No, and that's made it easy for me.
Indeed. Right.
Anyway,
so thank you for listening to our ramblings. We'll see you for another cheeky extra at some point along the road. Cheerio.
Bye-bye.